You got the herbalizer.
I'm gonna keep it under the table, but I might hit it at once.
Under the table.
Exactly.
Everything's under the table.
Under the table.
Also, this is what makes the beef.
Just fucking call it.
All right, guys. So we are officially gonna call ourselves the fellas.
All right.
Or
What
it's
do you
not
think-
the fellas.
what?
Just fellas. We're just
Really?
fellas.
What would you call
If
it?
you have
I
a
don't
better,
agree.
Would you have a better name?
I think we should call the podcast Under the Table.
that's a good idea, Sean.
Under the table ain't bad.
That is really good. Under the table.
Wait, what was the? Oh yeah, what was it? Spicy pasta.
Raw
or whatever?
pasta.
Raw pasta.
My original one from like 4 months ago
Raw
was
pasta's a-
spontaneous combustion.
Raw
That's
chicken
also
pasta.
very good. Dude, raw pasta is also a very good podcast.
Can I just name podcasts?
No, the
professionally?
podcast. Fellas
Podcasts.
would be our
Or
YouTube name.
just in
Rasta
general.
will be.
The podcast title would be Under the Table with the Fellas.
Yes, under the table.
Ah, okay. Well, we have to be under the table then.
No.
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 It's giving us
We'll get
slight
a really
hint.
big
It's
table.
well,
It's
Matt,
giving a
Matt,
hint to
see,
what
you're
is
not keeping it under the table.
That's,
That's
what
the whole
is
point.
it? All right, guys. Welcome to the Under the Table podcast with the fellas.
Wait, clap sync.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Anal.
So we have a big subject today. Gavin's insert before and after.
Our high
mix.
school health teacher here.
Fuck it.
Oh,
All right.
fucking pervert.
I have a reason.
Can I point out that he didn't cut his goatee?
Oh yeah, that's true. He
I
didn't-
needed something to make it look like I'm not a lesbian.
And you have
look
like,
like
big
Grant.
sideburns still. You didn't cut those either.
It's like a porcupine though. It goes straight out from the sides.
Okay. When I was like 6,
Okay,
I wanted to cut my own hair, right?
this is deep.
Oh, this is a
deep.
big start.
And I went
here.
to my mom and I'm like, I want to cut my own hair. And she just looks at me. She's like, no. And I kept asking and she kept being like, no. And like I must have been 8 or 9 at the time. She just like came into the bathroom when I had the door closed after a shower. I mean, I was like fully clothed, but I was like cutting my own hair. And she just starts yelling at me. She's like, you can't do that. You can never cut your own hair. So it's been. I wanted
He's
to cut
always
my own
wanted
hair.
to do it.
Wow.
It's his dream.
My
Fuck
dream.
yeah, fuck you, mom.
You were so
I had-
rebellious that
I
you
had
hung on to
only-
this
I
idea.
gotta tell, it was so much fun. That was the most fun I've had in like such a long. Not because like I haven't had fun, but it was fun. Because I started off by just like I took a shower and I got out of the shower and I'm like, all right, I just had a pair of scissors and I was bunching up my hair and just fucking like sawing at it with the scissors in the fucking bathroom. I just had like a
Jeez.
fucking Target bag full of my hair. I was looking down at it and I'm like, shit, that's like, it was enough hair that you could have thought it was like a
Yeah,
small
you
rodent.
could have like.
You probably should have donated.
Yeah, you should have
Oh,
donated.
you
your
definitely
hair.
should. If you went to Great Clips, they would have cut it for free.
Really? Because they have so much hair.
Well, if you donate it, it's free.
I mean, I also cut it for free.
Yeah, but you didn't donate it.
You bitch.
Now there's a child with
Feel like you
cancer
have
that
it.
won't have hair.
Hair.
Yeah,
Good.
have your weird hair.
God damn it.
Homeless
It
hair.
gets to like the donation center. What is this?
They look at it and be like, this
Disgusting.
isn't washed enough. We can't use this.
Did someone send us a rat's nest?
Someone murdered a squirrel and sent
So
us.
They
their photo.
shredded, they shredded a squirrel. and
How
they
does it
sent
feel
to
though
me.
now that you have no hair?
It's very
Does
airy.
it feel to move your
It's
head?
nice.
Yeah.
I keep doing things like I have long hair, and then I'm like,
Like
oh.
this?
Yeah,
Well,
do
no,
you
not
put your-
that, but
yeah.
I'll like flick it, like I'll move
Like
it out of
this?
my face or something, or like
That's
after.
not even in your face.
Exactly.
When I cut my emo hair in 6th grade, like, cause it was like down to here,
Yeah.
for like a week afterwards, I just kind of tried to fucking flip it out of my hair.
I did.
The
I
neck.
Did. You're like,
Why is
I'm
it nothing
not,
to me?
not
Yeah.
cool anymore.
Oh, have you taken a shower yet though?
Yeah.
It dries so fast.
God. It's like duck feathers, dude.
It's
It's like
amazing.
that. Well, the whole reason
Duck
the whole
feathers.
reason I
What
cut
a
my hair
twist.
is because I wanted to be able to take showers before work.
Oh, so it's
And I
not because
couldn't-
of your mom.
No, it wasn't because of your
Oh,
mom.
yeah, fuck you, mom.
Yeah, still fuck you, mom.
I'm rebellious.
I did it because you couldn't let me have my hair, but I
I'm
didn't do it
19
because
now.
of you.
I can make my own decisions.
Oh, man.
I'm an adult.
I'm a queen.
You just held on to that for like 10 years. He's going, I'm gonna cut my own hair. I'm gonna cut my own hair.
I'm gonna do it, Mom.
Now what you have to
Fuck
do
you, Mom.
is you,
Well, no, to be honest, I just never had enough confidence to do it.
you just have to cut your mom's hair now. Sneak in at the night.
Just be a barber. Just go through life just full of spite going, fuck you, Mom.
Mom, I'm gonna be a barber and I'm gonna cut my own hair.
They go to the hair salon. There's Gavin, just angry, but he gives the best haircuts. He's just
yeah.
giving amazing
I do it in like
haircuts.
30 seconds too, with just like 3 razors. I'm just like.
But you have to endure 10 minutes of rant about his mom.
And the person
All right.
Mom!
Let me start from the very beginning.
Like, oh Jesus Christ! Just got off work.
Jesus Christ.
Has to go home to his
I
family.
just need a
Guys, listen
haircut,
to This
man.
dude's fucking story.
I go home, I'm cutting my kid's hair, my wife's in the other room. I'm like, let me tell you about my fucking mom.
Dad, we've heard this 5 times
dude, you
already.
tell it every
time you
night.
cut my hair.
You got a fucking career because of it.
he sits down with a woman in the chair and he's like, wow, your hair reminds me of my mom. Oh, thank you. Fuck my mom.
She's the worst.
I hate that bitch.
The reason I have this job.
Gee.
Isn't that a good thing? No.
You think I wanted to be a hairstyle?
Yes, but no.
All right, we're done.
Get out of my fucking
Get
salon.
the fuck out. But my hair's not done. It's fucking done,
You
alright?
unpacked me.
He gets like 4
I
star
just start
reviews.
like, I'm like
Amazing
fucking
haircut,
angry,
buddy.
crying in the corner, just like, ah!
Goes outside. Smokes a pack.
Why are there 2 break rooms? One's for
whole
Gavin.
You open one, I'm just fucking throwing chairs around.
Gavin, you have a client. Kicks open the door.
It better not be my mom.
They come back, I'm still throwing chairs. They're like, Kevin, we need you out here. Give me a fucking minute!
He cuts the bottom of the cigarette pack off and then uses a torch and then just breathes through the box.
Like a harmonica.
It just he smokes. He breathes in for about a second and
No,
it's
no, no.
coughing.
I get
for
a
another
carton.
hour.
I get a carton and
He's
I
coughing on his-
chop off the bottom and just.
Holy shit.
Instead of mints, they hand out earbuds and a bowl at the front desk.
I get,
No, it's like it's on his station.
So yeah, just his station. Everyone else is trying to have a normal conversation.
He's in like an acoustic room, like a recording
you can
booth.
still hear me yelling on the outside. It's just muffled.
Yeah.
Why do you guys keep that guy around? Well, he gives amazing.
The person comes out. It's like the most pristine haircut you've ever seen. It took me 15 minutes to do.
But beware.
Beware, he will scream.
You have to face his tail first.
You got a regular.
Everyone's
Comes in
got a
every
place.
time. Same story.
It's just a girl that's just a masochist. Oh, you had to yell at me more.
She's getting so fucking wet. Kevin's just yelling about his mom.
She's like, oh, yes!
No.
Those are just all of Gavin's regulars.
Just
Strong start. We didn't do an intro.
I did do an intro.
Oh, you did?
I didn't introduce us.
Our
But,
intro should be just us naming ourselves.
Yeah.
Write your name here.
I'm not gonna cut that in.
Can I
So,
say that I'm transitioning, or
welcome-
is that not okay?
That's fine. Welcome to the second intro.
Intro 2
we did.
of Under the Table.
And I'm not cutting this to the front, so this is like 20 minutes in.
That was not 20.
No, it was like 5 minutes.
Welcome back to
Welcome to the Under the Table podcast. We're the fellas. I'm Nathan Zari,
I'm a bitch.
and that's
a bitch.
This is Sean Rochel. That's Matthew Sari, and that's our transitioning Gavin Shoger.
You know what I was thinking about?
transitioning.
Other than that.
Okay, right.
You can't do it now. He cut the hair.
Oh, you're right.
Oh.
Wait, he wasn't a woman?
Alright. So, like in a rally
He's
race,
transitioning
right?
back. He's coming
Like in a
back.
rally race, how fast are you driving usually?
60?
Well, no.
You're
going
pretty,
flat out
you're
is
going
like
pretty
100.
damn fast. So like, let's say you're going down some wooden path, or maybe you're somewhere in like, I don't know, middle of the plains, and like something mildly deer-like just hops in front of you. Do you think like,
It obliterates.
but what about the car?
The car like gets a little bit dented, but it can still
But
run.
do they?
Oh, it goes, yeah,
has
yeah.
that happened before? Do people
Yeah,
just like
trust
you
me.
just keep going?
There was that one guy who did the chicane. There was the 2 cows, and he went right through 'em.
Well, yeah, but that
That
was in
shit
the
was
WRC. But
insane.
Travis was trying to fucking destroy a deer in like 2013
Do they just keep
at
going?
Snowdrift.
Travis.
Yeah, he kept driving.
course.
Did they just
The
fucking,
time,
like,
dude?
Dude, you gotta get that
Wipe the
time.
blood off the window.
I think it
Sure.
like broke the windshield, but you can still drive.
Yeah.
Higgins, it's happened to Higgins twice where his windshield will pop up. It breaks the front screen and it's still up, and he just keeps driving.
Seriously.
Oh yeah, didn't that just happen? But that happened to someone else.
Oh, the bonnet?
Yeah, the one.
Oh yeah, that happened in 2017. Hyundai.
Oh, no, that's
He
right.
finished the race like 20 seconds behind, and he had the fucking hood up the whole time
There's that
in front
video
of
of
his
the,
eyes.
the Canadian guy that rolls over, gets out, flips the car back over, then finishes the race and wins.
Oh really?
He knew too. He was like, I got enough time. Flip the
We
car.
gotta
fuck
go,
it.
go, go, go!
We gotta get this.
That's what the
race.
Dakar is like. Fucking roll the car. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's
We
on
got
the
tires
wheels.
in the back. We got the engineer in the side.
It's all good.
Dude, Dakar must be crazy.
We gotta enter.
Yeah, we should.
You're
actually-
gonna enter the
We're gonna enter
Dakar.
Dakar. We can do the side by side
Oh
class.
my god.
Easy.
You guys would die.
win.
We might die. It's true. Someone
fine.
did just die. So.
Really?
I'm
Oh, that was the
I'm
motorcyclist.
willing to take that.
Yeah, but
risk,
he was
John.
on a motorcycle.
too.
Okay, we're not gonna be. On
Oh,
a
it'd be hard to die in
motorcycle.
anything that is a motorcycle.
Motorcycles are scary.
Yeah, well, that's the most
Motorcycles are
popular
scary.
one.
There's a motorcycle stage rally
Oh my god.
That
with no
sounds-
co-drivers in Michigan.
Yeah.
You fly into the woods and break onto bones and get full body casts.
Dead people.
Dude, that's like Isle of Man, though.
I actually don't
Oh,
know how they do
Isle of
pace
Man.
notes, but I've heard that they have like a scroll wheel on their handlebars and they read it themselves.
That's what they do in Dakar. It's just like a map.
It's
Or
terrifying.
just like notes, basically.
On where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vague notes.
But if you go behind the,
I'm sure you have a compass though, which probably is.
if you go behind the cars, you can get into the ruts on the corners, and you can you can launch yourself out. I mean,
oh,
you can,
really? Oh, yeah.
you
when
can do it
like,
in normal
break
cars
into-
too, but when you're in a motorcycle, you're like sideways.
Oh, that's true.
Damn.
I wouldn't do
That's
it.
terrifying
I
as
got,
fuck.
I got a good topic.
Okay. Hit us with it.
So the whole situation in China with the coronavirus, obviously, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's spreading. It's a little bit out of control, and everyone's looking at China and being like, "Why aren't you handling this? Why aren't you doing something like
They're
you should
definitely
be?"
handling.
Well, no, they are, but it's like there's a lot more things they could have done in the beginning to prevent it spread, and now it's killing all the Muslims they have detained and things like that. I personally feel that the Chinese government was just kind of looking at an opportunity and being like, well,
I mean, they are imprisoning people if they criticize
I'll
them.
one up you. They made it.
Holy shit! That's crazy.
It's like
dude.
Lyme's disease.
Their plans.
I mean, they're looking at Hong Kong and they're like, shit, we got no way out of this. Kill him?
we got too many
Disease?
people.
It's not even like close.
Yeah, not even close to Hong Kong. But
It'll get them.
Opposite.
You never know.
yeah, that's they're psyching them out because now they don't think that they made it.
You'll never
It's
catch
a
me.
secret diverse.
It was the meat.
You'll never catch me.
They ate the meat.
Well, it's because they ate fucking raw mice.
Was it raw mice?
I thought it was a
Jonathan
bat.
almost did that.
Jonathan does a lot of.
I thought they ate a bat.
Man.
That's
Dude, he's
No,
got
that's
a
Ebola.
fucking
That's a
checklist,
bull.
dude. He's got a checklist.
Why are people eating these dumb animals?
Yeah, no, they're not for eating.
There's
Just
Dr.
buy
meat.
McDonald's.
Yeah, where's my
Yeah,
McDonald's?
the guy in
McDonald's
Africa.
got-
The first guy in
McDonald's got
Africa to get Ebola.
Fucking 2 for 2 on those McChickens, and you're telling me you gotta eat goddamn bats.
Ebola-free
And-
McChicken.
That's how they advertise
No
in Africa.
Corona in this
Ebola-free.
McChicken.
In a
No back
Chinese
here.
McDonald's, I bet there would be.
The first time I read coronavirus, I was extensively confused because I was like convinced I was reading it wrong because it started with Corona.
Every Corona gets its
They
I'm
were
like-
just drinking Corona.
Well, can't you kill it by drinking alcohol? So technically, you could kill the corona
With
with a corona.
I thought it was chromovirus.
All Coronas.
Chromo.
Chromo.
Chromovirus.
Is that what you call a homosexual retard? A
Chromovirus.
fucking chromo.
Do you have chromo?
Bro, you're a
Do
fucking
you have-
chromo. Get out of here.
My dad got infected by chromo. Chromo always leads to divorce.
Ooh, that my dad must have got that then.
Is that something you can catch?
Maybe it's genetic.
Divorce.
Can you catch divorce?
I'm afraid to get married. My family has a long line history of divorce.
It's like that Bill Burr skit where he's talking about 75% of marriages end in failure. If parachutes had a 75% chance of opening, I'm not gonna jump out.
Right.
I don't think any of our families have a history of divorce though.
Kevin's.
Gavin's?
Gavin's.
Parents
There's a
are
lot of
divorced.
divorce in my family.
Sucks to suck.
Yo, so my mom's side of the family, there's
That's
like
true.
divorced family members who will still come to family events, and that's like fine. There's so much divorce,
That's
and they'll like bring
real
their
casual.
Wow.
they'll bring their new spouse too, and like, so it's like my mom's aunt
That's
got
just to
my
get
mom's
together.
aunt
That
got
ain't no
my
family
mom's
event.
aunt got divorced and remarried, and her ex-husband got remarried, and both of them still show up to the family events,
This is just polygamy.
and they're
with
like
extra
great
steps.
friends. It's really
You're right.
it's an odd family.
Are you sure they're just not like having an orgy?
I don't even
behind
like
that?
family events.
Yeah, no, neither
And
do
then
I.
you get divorced and you still want to go?
That's why I'm against
Yeah,
marriage.
Yeah.
Not because I don't care, but because I don't want to go.
You gotta write that in the
Right,
paper. You gotta be like, I do not have to attend any family event.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then every time she's like,
Sean writes up a marriage contract instead of a ring and gives that to the girl. She looks at
Sign
it. She's
this,
like, "Is
bitch."
this? Are you
Yes.
proposing to me? No, this is a contract.
There's
You sign
also-
it or you don't.
there's also a prenup right under it. Also
Yeah.
this. Also just
If by
saying.
signing for this, you're also signing for that.
Sign this. We're gonna get divorced. God, prenups are the best thing ever because it's like we gotta sign this.
So,
'cause
Matt-
it might not go well.
My manager Matt at work has like everything that he owns and it needs insurance on is registered under his wife's name, so he can get cheap insurance. Right? That's why he got married.
Yeah, you get married for those.
But
benefits.
in order to stay married, he didn't get a prenup.
Oh.
because his
Jeez.
wife said
Right.
out of spite she would never divorce him. So as long as he doesn't ever feel the need to divorce her, he gets better insurance.
Oh, dude. If
That's a good relationship.
I
Just
just be like,
holding each
bitch,
other
you
accountable.
signed the prenup. I don't give a fuck. It's either prenup or fucking girlfriend for the rest of our lives.
I'd be down. Let's just get fake married.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
fake marriage or prenup.
You can wear a ring and we can have a ceremony and everything. Except for me, I'm not going to my own ceremony.
Also,
You can have.
oh,
one.
you signed the. You
All
don't have to
on
show
the
up to
sideline.
family events. You don't show up to the
Dude,
wedding.
I'll go to
Pick them as a checklist.
Paper, bitch. I got the paper.
It's like family trip to Disneyland.
Did you guys hear
Yes,
about-
wedding?
Did you hear about there was a transgender who turned to a female and then she married a guy, but he didn't find out that she was a he until like a year after the marriage, and then he tried to divorce her, but they wouldn't let him divorce her because there was no grounds for divorce, so they were married.
Oh, rip that dude. He got
That dude
stuck.
got trapped.
Dude, he
so
got-
hard.
the trap him,
Oh
dude.
my god.
To be
Dude,
fair
that's a
though,
That's
fuck.
some
The
anime shit
purest
right
form
there.
of-
Oh, he's an
Trap.
asshole though, because the only reason he was gonna divorce her was because she
I was
a
gonna
guy.
say, to be
I
Pretty
mean,
much.
she
fair,
didn't tell him, and
if
they
you got married to somebody that hot, what's the difference?
That's true.
If you were that convinced,
It's a
See,
lot of surgery.
That's the thing. He was because they got married.
women got some work to do. There are some transgender men out there doing it better.
Dude, but man, I would
That's
call that guy
scary.
gay for the rest of. You got your dick sucked by a
Cut
for
that
how
one
long,
out.
and then you married her.
Cut that one out.
At that point, you're too far in to just back out, anyways.
Oh yeah, I just couldn't believe he couldn't get divorced because of that. I was like, wow.
The only American couple not able to get divorced.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. A new kind of trap, I tell you.
I should get divorced soon because right now I don't have a lot of money. So it makes sense. It'd be easier.
Okay, yeah, do what Adam's doing.
Get divorced now.
Get divorced at 25.
Wait, is it happening?
No,
No.
it's not happening.
But
It's
it will.
happening.
It will happen.
It's happening.
I want it to happen now.
I think you know what I think
man
will
is
cause
sad.
the divorce.
The
amount,
second kid.
No,
Oh.
the amount of kids.
Well,
Because
they
I
already have
think
two.
they'll have 3, and Julia wants 5. So
Thousand.
I know Adam after the second or third kid is gonna be like, "Fuck
Whoa,
these kids,
whoa,
I'm done.
man.
I don't want no more kid." And she'll be like, "One," and then
Imagine paying child support for 5 kids.
5.
That's a good impression, man. That's a
No.
astounding impression of our
that's what I'm
sister-in-law.
saying.
at a Target and thinks she
Yeah,
can
20
have
she works
5.
less
So
than me.
that's the thing though, is he's gonna cut it off before it's 5, dude. If he doesn't, Oh, you
He's done.
stick with that. You make him.
He also didn't sign a prenup.
Oh, yep.
Dude,
Idiot.
imagine paying child support for 5
Yeah,
kids.
you're done.
Oh, yeah.
You're done.
Or would
That's like
It's
$2
a
grand a
vicious
month.
ass cycle.
I think he should try and take all the kids, and then she has to pay child
Oh yeah,
support.
no, she's insane.
No,
so
but
you
these
can just
courts-
call her a psychopath.
Oh yeah. You could call him this.
She is insane.
You guys could just start gathering evidence that she isn't fit to raise children.
Not
This
doing
is a
shit.
good idea,
and
Matthew.
then here's the thing. Here's the
Just get one of the children. Wait till they're like 6. They'll understand.
I don't know if this is a topic for the podcast.
What brothers discover?
We're trying to sabotage our brother's marriage.
No, we're trying to prepare him for the divorce.
Oh, for the
We're trying to
divorce.
save
It's
that's
like,
inevitable.
It's like saving Private
It's like
Ryan.
the communists that think to get past capitalism, you need to accelerate it faster. That's what you're doing with this marriage.
It's the only solution.
The only
We're
way-
saving the world.
The only way.
Okay, well we're not doing
The
that.
gap between
This
saving the
will save
world and your brother's marriage is very far
No,
apart.
very. It's a sliver.
I'm
We're
a
saving
hero.
the world now, Sean. This is
This
is
a
the
new
the,
thing.
This is what will make or
Do you
break
think
us.
if we can get enough evidence, right,
We
to
could murder her.
to make Adam be able to take all
Okay,
the
well,
children,
Hold on.
then do you think I could become a detective? Be like, look at this case I solved.
No.
Not even close.
we could be Private Eyes.
Oh, private detective.
Oh, private investigation.
Yeah, for your divorce, your
Otherwise
future
known as
divorce.
Stalkers.
So yeah, no,
No.
For
I got
money.
it, guys. This is how we're gonna make money.
So people pay us to stalk their spouses
No,
to get
this is-
evidence so they can get a divorce.
You don't.
Yes.
If
We
you don't
film
sign
it
a
and we put
prenup,
it on YouTube.
let's say
And
you
we
get
call
married.
ourselves
Yeah.
Chris Hansen.
Let's say you get married, and then a year later you're like, shit, I should have signed a prenup. Then you hire us to investigate your spouse, and then we gather enough evidence to make the divorce go your way.
Knock on her door at 2 a.m. She fucking wakes up. She's mad. She's obviously short-tempered. She exhibits nothing but anger when I woke her up at 2 in the morning.
She's extremely angry at Dog. Dog's like tearing apart her shoes, but you don't tell him that.
Fucking open the door, release a bunch of raccoons.
She's very harmful towards
She
animals.
she
She's
hates
screaming and
animals.
hitting them with a broom.
She kills a spider on the wall. Animal abuse.
Abuses animals.
Fucking rakes her leaves into a pile. One blows onto the sidewalk. Frequently litters.
Fill wine in one of those Gatorade coolers and pour it on her head. Alcoholic.
Take pictures.
She bathes in it. She loves it so
You
much.
just dig up a receipt of her buying alcohol at a store, and you can go alcoholic.
Alcoholic.
I have this receipt that shows that she purchases
We're in a
alcohol.
court. They're like, none of this doesn't means anything. What are you talking about? Saw with my own 2 eyes.
We got
no,
video
no, no, no.
evidence.
No, we walk into the courtroom. We put the evidence down in front of the judge. We go, case closed. Put the sunglasses on and walk out. And he's just like, what? What
Oh,
case?
what the
What are you
fuck,
talking
man?
about?
We're wearing like thrift shop
Open
suits.
and
They
shut.
don't fit right.
We all walk into the courthouse, fucking throw 4 briefcases up, open them all at the same time. We just like start throwing papers everywhere on the desks. We're like,
Look at this. Look at this.
The spouse looks, or she looks at her fucking husband.
What's going on? I've never seen these men. Good job. Keep it up, guys. She's abusive.
We watch
no.
we watch her at work. There's one time she argues with her boss. Not stable in the workplace.
Record the whole conversation. She's sitting there like,
Obviously, she's short-tempered. You can see her get
you
mad
see
in
the,
this
the
video.
judge slowly starts thinking a bit more about it. They're like,
Just look at how much evidence we have on her. She doesn't have anything on him.
He is a caring father.
You take something.
she's like, he cheated on me. And
You
we're
take-
like, where's the facts?
Do you have any proof? Because right here it shows that you fucking did
take
this
something
after-
It shows that you cheated on him. It's just
Riptide.
her standing by some other dude. We know about him. Who is that? You know who that is.
You take something completely normal that would be a positive thing and you spin it backwards. She works 12 hours a day. How can she take care of the kids?
What the fuck?
I'm working that much to support him.
We get Sean to like go in and try and flirt with her, and then we take pictures. Look, she's
She's
cheating.
cheating on him. She went up to him and started talking to him.
She's like quite clearly yelling at him to go away in all of the photos.
Divorce Squad.
No, it goes backwards. She hits me. She assaults people.
We get Sean to fucking
Hostile.
sneak into her room at night and then take a picture of him in the room. Look at this. We got her
Fucking
case open
divorce
and
squad.
closed.
Oh my god.
She's wearing a ski mask. It was her fault.
Look
The
at this,
husband's
she's
like,
into
oh
weird
my
shit."
god.
The power of Divorce Squad.
Divorce Squad.
We have our own like Law and Order style intro.
Did you sign a prenup?
There's a thin,
no,
there's
I'm
a thin line.
divorce
There's a thin
squad.
line between winning and losing your divorce. There are people on both sides of it. They all have their stories. These people are on your side, and they will find your story. They are Divorce,
Divorce
Squad.
Squad.
Chung chung.
Oh yeah, no, it's just you saying chung chung.
We go, look at all these happy customers, and then we go, and look at all the people who got
Got
fucking
fucked.
That
Look
could-
at their sorry
That
ass.
could be your ex.
You hate your wife? Here we go.
Jesus Christ. You know, if something like that actually existed, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't-
Oh,
I
absolutely.
wouldn't-
It's called an
If it
attorney.
doesn't exist, we
Oh,
can
that's
start
true.
it.
That's true.
I mean-
It is called an attorney. Yeah, but they don't forge shit.
Oh well, no. That's the difference. We do it completely
In
illegally.
each case of cheating, it's just Sean.
The judge knows who we are. He's like, oh,
Dude, it's these guys again.
Every time he's
Leave.
every time he's like, I find he's about to. We're like, wait, hold on a minute. It's like, one of us walks up, we just open a briefcase that's full of money. He's like,
Case closed.
Okay.
The wife dies.
No, it's full of him cheating on his wife.
We'll get you too.
just stares in the briefcase. I find a favor of the husband.
We're so good at our
The
job.
only thing that we actually go after is the judges. Everyone else, it's just bullshit. But we just get the judges
We get the
every
judges
single
every
time.
time.
We find something actually to blackmail
That we
them
have
with.
more power than the judges.
Divorce.
We're just here for the bros. We're helping out some fellas who need money.
That's right.
Are
Thank
you
God.
low on cash?
How much do you
Does
think
your
we'd
wife
make?
make a lot of money?
A
Well,
lot.
let me tell you, she could start paying you alimony.
I want to see that happen.
Hey,
We're out here for
just
the
gotta find a
fellas.
judge.
That's all it is.
just gotta find a judge who cheated on his wife, and then bing, bang, boom. We can make that happen.
That's true.
Good. Yeah, almost threw up there.
It's that mega bowl.
Oh yeah, you bought a lot of those mega bowls.
4 for 10.
Oh, damn.
The mac and cheese.
I had one. No. The mac and cheese. That's a special occasion. That shit's like plastic.
Oh yeah.
It's some good shit.
That's right.
So there's so much sodium in the devoured mac and cheese. It's wild.
Salt.
Yeah, I love me some salt.
I love me some sodium. There's so much
Ever,
sodium.
looked at how much sugar is in a bag of gummy bears.
No, because who cares?
It's like 100.
I want gummy
So-
bears.
Gummy bears stomach
100 pounds?
now. Do you know how much sugar is in the amount of pop that Nathan's drank? I did it once and it was somewhere in like the 300,000 grams.
Oh, that's right. We did that. That was crazy. It was an extensive.
Your body has an extensive.
That was like
tolerance
2
for
years ago
sugar.
too. You're fucking dying, dude.
I am dying. Let it be known.
And yet he's still the most physically fit out of all of us.
I did that in math class with Andrew's like Steam game hours, and our math teacher was disappointed in him. He was like,
Is he worse than us?
Oh, yeah.
God."
He
I've
lives on
never
the
had a
internet.
math teacher who wasn't disappointed.
He plays
in
like
me.
Oh,
hard
that's true.
MMOs and has
Oh.
like.
Not really. I mean, he just. I don't know.
Doesn't he play like
logs a
Maple
lot of
Story
hours.
and?
No, he has like 500 hours in For Honor. So so he'll just play anything for like way too long.
Who the fuck plays Forerunner?
Exactly. Yeah. No. It's...
White supremacists and
Gingers.
people like my brother who just like.
So white supremacy.
I think gingers have been
I
getting
don't.
away with too
Sometimes
much
I really
recently.
wonder why my brother. It's like he has a lot of the ideals of a radical right wing person, right? But not socially.
So he's communist.
But he
Sounds like a
believe
commie.
he doesn't think everyone should have their own opinion. For one,
So communist.
yes,
He's a commie. Your brother's a commie.
it's bad.
Oh no.
A lot of people are commies.
But I did convince him to
There's
keep
a
getting
lot of
guns.
A lot of
Communists,
people
man.
are lazy.
Oh, exactly. Recently, there's a lot of communists.
What's
man.
the overlap from the I don't want to work subreddits with the communist subreddits? I bet it's a lot.
I'm sorry, it's socialists.
Millennials?
Let me...
What?
They're socialists because that sounds.
Yeah,
cooler.
that sounds better than commie. We need a new
Even though
One
term.
of my
basically the
managers
same
asked
thing.
me if I was a millennial, and I said no, and he said, "Oh, thank God."
What?
Who said that? That Danny? Oh,
We're not technically. We're technically Gen.
We are Gen Z.
Gen Z.
We're not
That
even
was
close
Matt.
to millennial.
Yeah,
Jonathan
Millennial's
millennials
like 5 years away.
1995, right?
Jonathan's. a
Was the last
millennial.
year?
No, it's like 1998.
Is it
There's a space between like 1997 and 2000 where you can kind of be on either side.
But we're definitely.
But we're
Gen
Gen Z.
Yeah, we're Gen Z.
I mean, I was 99.
Aaron's
I was
not.
99, but
We
I
should
was
start
late
calling
99.
Aaron a millennial.
Aaron's a millennial.
Aaron's not.
Aaron's
Oh.
not a millennial.
Aaron's Gen Z.
Jonathan's a millennial.
Jonathan is a millennial.
Why isn't Aaron a millennial? He's a year older than me.
1998.
Yeah, but
How old are
Jonathan's
you?
23.
19.
I'm 20.
So Aaron's
So
21.
Aaron's
No,
still
Aaron's,
born
Aaron's gonna be
1999.
21 in April.
Yeah, I know. No, well,
No, he's not. He's not a millennial. That's yeah.
we're ending that.
Jonathan was. We figured out he's like the last year of millennial.
Jonathan is?
Yeah.
What a cunt.
Yeah. What a
Millennial bitch.
Maybe that's why he doesn't do
The
anything.
housing crisis.
We need a good word to call millennials.
Like, okay, boomer, you mean?
No, something short like
Oh.
commie, you know?
Yeah, I was like, we're at
Groovers.
socialists. Oh no.
I'm gonna find a use for the word Gruben.
Gruben?
Reuben.
It sounds like something
Sounds
they
like
sell at
Reuben.
Arby's.
Yeah, Reuben.
A grilled Reuben. A Gruben.
A grilled Reuben.
A greasy Reuben.
Arby's is the best restaurant I would never eat at.
Arby's.
Arby's.
Top of the restaurants I wouldn't eat at is definitely Arby's.
Arby's
It's
is
not
a
a
step up
restaurant.
from White Castle, which isn't saying much,
No.
but
No.
at least it.
White Castle is horrible.
That's what he said, a step up.
It's it's like 20 steps up. White Castle is the worst fast
Dude,
food
White
restaurant.
Castle.
I
The
know.
White Castle effect. Is
My
my
mom
favorite
told
thing
me
ever.
why people go there. And it
They're
made a lot of
drunk?
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only drunk people eat at White Castle.
Yeah, because it's not sanitary. Have you ever been there?
Yeah, I did. My feet literally stuck every step.
Well, you've never seen a White Castle counter that isn't full of pop. Just sticky.
I've never seen a black man work at White Castle.
I've never been to a White Castle.
Black
I have
Castle.
once. I'm never going back.
Oh man.
Uh-oh, did the camera go bye-bye?
No, I just have to restart the.
It only records for like 20 minutes and then it stops automatically.
Fucking why?
Because it's bad.
Because you're gay.
No, it's because it's not supposed to take videos.
Clap.
Did you just moan?
Yes.
Next topic.
Topical face cream.
What?
It's a topic.
Oh, that's true.
It's also a really bad segue.
Yeah, where are those topics, man?
I don't have any more.
You just gotta offhand think of.
Can't believe he doesn't have any topics.
The Israeli-Palestine
This is
conflict. Am I
ridiculous.
right?
Oh,
Okay.
That's an old topic.
Let's
Sean.
back away.
That's
New
not
topic.
relevant.
Alright, my bad.
Australia's still on fire, and
Immigrants
no
and
one cares.
No one does.
No one cares. They're all on the coronavirus because they care about themselves.
What's really wild is somehow we've managed to
Damn.
the American people are simultaneously caring about the coronavirus and the Trump impeachment. That's two things. It's been a while since we've had
Impossible.
two things.
Two things for the American people to worry about.
I've always wondered what the Stephen Colbert show is gonna do after Donald Trump's out of office.
They're like,
Jail?
on to Donald. Oh shit.
Oh,
After every single one of his shows opens with Donald Trump
Of
and his
course.
monologue shitting on Donald Trump. Now, I don't like Donald Trump, but dude, you're a comedian. Get a new joke.
Get a new joke, please.
New joke, Kober.
Find a new joke. Step one.
It's so... honestly, I believe that it's his writers doing it, and he's just sitting there fucking dying inside, but it's the best ratings ever. And he's making
well,
so
yeah,
much
so
money.
making
dough.
big money.
And he's just sitting there going, haha, Donald Trump impeachment.
Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Orange man bad. Ha
Like-
ha ha.
Well, what's wild is like we moved past the Kobe Bryant death in like 2 days
Oh,
because of the coronavirus
half
and the
a
Trump
day, man.
impeachment being important right
Dude, thank
now.
God. I can't believe so many people cared.
Oh yeah, dude.
Jesus
All right,
Christ.
but
No one-
It's
it-
just a guy, man.
other people died in that crash.
Some
and no one gives a
guy.
fuck.
I mean,
It's
Everyone's
just
like,
a
"Oh
dude.
my God, Kobe
Didn't an
Bryant!"
entire family die? Like an entire genetic lineage just fucking got cut off.
And they're looking at Kobe Bryant. Millions of people die.
He still has a
every
daughter
day.
that's alive. No one gives a shit.
Nope.
Right?
He has like 3, doesn't he?
He has 2.
Oh,
One
one
died
of
with
them
him
died.
though.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know
frankly,
the name of the
I
pilot.
don't really care because it's just some guy
Yeah, that's true. It was a tall guy.
Better than me at basketball.
who's better at us than
He's
basketball.
also really rich.
Was he better at you than
Do you think the
being a
communists
lesbian?
are celebrating?
Oh, because a rich person died?
Probably.
No, because they care about said rich person. So
Oh.
all of their beliefs go out of the window.
You know what? Oh, fuck. That rich people, fuck. Every single
Yeah,
time.
rich people do.
every
fuck.
single
They do
time.
fuck. I mean, a lot of people fuck, Sean.
Every single time I go on Reddit,
You
there's
see rich
somebody
people
complaining about billionaires. And it
Of
drives
course.
me absolutely insane.
Jeez.
Because they go, he has $90 billion. And you go, that's net worth. That's all a fucking company. He doesn't have $90 billion in a bank account. He can buy anything he wants, but he's not hoarding money. Like a fucking dragon.
I want to. If I'm gonna get really rich, I want to have like a Scrooge McDuck style vault,
Just-
and I want to be able to
Jesus.
just like I'm not gonna
Think
dive
that's
into
every
it, but
rich
just like
person's
stand in there and look down at my money. Like I don't have a net worth. All my money is just in one place,
You'll
and
fill
I'm
it-
like,
I want to hire an
Fill it with
architect to
dollars.
make
you
a
fill
very,
a bucket with
very
quarters and you go, this is
complicated-
fucking sucks. I'm not doing this.
well, I'm not gonna fill it myself. I'll have someone else.
That's
fill
right.
it
He
for
he
me.
can pay for
I
it.
can pay
Oh, my
someone to
bad.
fill it for me.
Do you think like the money on the bottom will get gross?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Do you think you have a rat problem in your pile of money?
Well, there's no food there. It's just money.
Can you like the world ends, money means nothing. Someone stumbles into that like 20 years after. They're just like, it's a lot of paper and metal and just like dead bodies and rats, and they're like, what is this?
It's a tomb.
It's one of these weird dollar things.
What do you think? Do you think there's any architectural masterpieces that were just completely jokes? That we're going like, ooh, look at this pot, or like, look at this building, it's beautiful. It was built like 10,000
Like
years
the
ago.
Egyptian obelisk that's just a
It's
giant
just a fucking
dick.
joke.
It's just a giant
Yes.
pointed. It's a giant pointed like.
Isn't there fucking some cave in like Scandinavia where there's like a hieroglyph really fucking high up in a cave, and apparently just says it's really high up here.
They're like, yo, I'll get someone with this shit.
It's really high.
That's
Bro,
another.
this shit high.
It's a fucking another thing about humans. Everybody nowadays assumes that everybody back then was just really fucking dumb. But no, they're the
Oh, yeah.
exact same as you.
Well, they were goofing around too.
They
They're
were
like,
just
shit, this will
fucking
be
off,
funny.
Except they were poor and unsanitary.
And dying from polio.
dying.
and shit.
Disease.
I wish I could go back to the 1800s and die from polio as an infant.
Oh, that's the dream, man. Death by disease.
Yes.
Have you
And
guys
then your mom would cry because you weren't christened before your death, and therefore your soul goes to hell.
Nice.
I love that little fact. If you die before you're christened, according to Catholicism, your soul goes to hell.
Have you seen the video of the fucking baby getting baptized and the guy fucking drops it?
You had one job.
Hey, he completed it. And he's like,
Wait, like into the water or just?
Did it die?
No, it's
Aw.
fine.
did it die? No, Nathan.
Well, that would have been funny because then it got baptized and
Oh.
then died.
Aren't
hey,
there,
you would have gone to heaven, though.
aren't there
didn't
like
have enough
rabbis that
time
like
to-
throw babies off roofs and like catch them in blankets to like give them good luck or something?
I don't know.
Well, if they die, it's bad luck then.
Yeah.
But it won't matter because
That's right.
they're dead.
They're dead. It's like the witch test where you tie a brick
Oh yeah.
to their ankle, and if they sink to the bottom and they die, then they're not a witch, and if they float to the top, then they are a witch, and you burn them.
So they die either way.
Yes. They just wanted
Witch
to kill
trials were
women.
just a way to kill whoever you wanted.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, this person's a witch, and everyone's like, they're a witch.
It's a witch. Shit.
And then you do some weird witch trial, like if they're lighter than a goose, they're not a witch, but if they're heavier than a goose, they are a witch, and you kill them.
I forgot some country in the I think it's Saudi Arabia, but some country in the Middle East has like an anti-magic police force. They go around burning witches and shit, and I was like, man, David Blaine should do a magic show there.
He shows up.
Witch!
They fucking burn him with.
Holy
they're just,
shit!
There's just like 10 dudes with flamethrowers. He's like, oh shit.
Burn him. Burn
That's alright. You disappear.
Let's go into the embassy and come back out in a bunch of pieces.
What a good trick.
Magic trick. He disappeared. David Blaine disappears in Saudi Arabia. No one can find him.
Probably dead.
5 years later, he walks out of some cave in like Canada. And
Looks
he's
like Jesus.
Ta-da.
Oh my God!
the greatest trick ever. I was never really dead.
It's Jesus.
Some other person just takes up his identity. I'm over here now.
There's like 10 different
David
people who might
Blaine.
be David Blaine. They're like going through extensive DNA tests to try to figure out who
Who
it is.
is David Blaine?
It becomes like a fucking
Documentary.
worldwide crisis trying to figure out which one is the real David Blaine. He's
Who
the only
is?
one who can stop the end of the world.
It's like a
It was
TLC documentary.
it was
on it.
foretold.
Really? Wow. Didn't he try to? Who was that? Who like caught a bullet in their teeth?
I think that was David Blaine.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Sure. That was a dumb idea, yeah.
He did it.
Still dumb.
Pretty dumb.
I mean, he definitely didn't do it, but yeah, he did it.
Oh, yeah.
No, he
definitely
did.
not
They
real.
did a whole documentary on how
Do
he
you know
actually did it.
That movie where
It's kind of gay. It was only 22.
the dude
as well.
the dude who
What a bitch.
plays young Professor X could bend bullets around Angelina Jolie.
Like that
Unwanted?
high school
Are you talking
DxD
about
scene.
Wanted?
Or, sorry, Wanted?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Of the
And,
best
the-
movie
the-
ever?
how in the
Okay.
ending the dude fucking snipes Morgan Freeman from like a billion yards away.
Yeah.
Oh, and then they have the scene where he
And it
curves
goes
the
and it
bullet,
specifically
and it goes
goes
through all of their heads. It's a good movie.
That's
Not
a
a
good
good movie. Terrible.
No.
and then
You gotta fucking seen
the
this
whole
movie.
reason he bends the bullet is because he doesn't want to hit Angelina Jolie right in the tits.
Or when he drifts a car sideways and then it
Oh,
hits
and
a lip and then it flips over another car.
Over a semi.
Over a semi.
And you're calling this movie bad. Wow, I'm sorry.
No, and he shot someone while he was flipping over.
Yeah, he was upside down.
Oh.
What a good
And they
movie.
landed the
Bad
car
movie.
and drove off.
I could do that.
Easy.
Not a
Simple.
problem.
Alonzo did that.
All in a
dick.
day's work, actually.
Realistically, if the apocalypse, like just like
I
were
like
to
where this
happen-
one's going.
What a
How many-
Hold on. First off, what apocalypse are we talking about
Yeah,
here?
what type of
EMP?
Let's
Nukes?
let's go with EMP.
EMP? Alright.
EMP,
This is
no
my favorite
government,
one.
just general chaos. You're kind of
Alright.
on your own for survival. How many days do you think you'd make it?
Alright, I joined the military.
Okay, interesting. You how many days do you think you'd survive?
Probably pretty fucking long if I was in the military.
Okay,
Yeah, that'd be a pretty good idea.
Like 2 days.
I
dude.
give myself like 2 to 3.
Oh, I'm going out there and I'm looting.
I'm gonna loot
immediately.
some shit. I'm gonna shoot some people. I'll probably get shot back. I'll die. Like,
I either die in 2
Okay.
days or I become a menace in the area.
If I can't join the military, I could probably survive for like 2 months until I kill myself.
you get bored. You're like,
You
nothing
think-
left to do.
He thinks about Counter Strike once. Well, I guess I die.
Rip, can't play Counter Strike anymore.
My family's probably dead.
If you had a choice
my friends are
between
probably
saving
dead.
between saving your family and saving the Counter-Strike servers, which one would you choose?
Definitely not the Counter-Strike servers. They're garbage.
Yeah, they're trash.
Yeah, what the fuck? If they upgraded,
The ESEA server.
obviously the servers and not my family.
There's no need to save the servers. We can always just
Oh, I
steal
thought you were gonna
servers.
say your family. There's no need to save my family.
No, I got the
They'll
servers.
probably be fine. They'll go find some military and join.
Yeah, military base.
Well, if you
Join as a citizen.
No, it's an either or.
either or,
Either
Oh.
you could still play CS through the
there'd
apocalypse,
be
or
nobody
your
playing
family
CS during the apocalypse.
You still have your PC.
It doesn't fucking matter. No one's gonna be playing
They'll
Counter
be
Strike.
using it. You'd find a few people. I think you would. I think if you
There's,
searched
there's
for-
enough weirdos with
like an
bunkers
hour.
with gasoline generators who would get online to play CS.
Yeah, but the satellite.
What if that was the new way to communicate after the apocalypse?
playing
There was just like
Counter-Strike?
4 people per state who could somehow still get onto Counter Strike, and that's how you actively communicate. Is you'd get
This
into a
is
server.
the most unlikely scenario.
Yeah,
This is like how
Well,
terrorists.
the satellites would be down.
This
so
is
there's
like how
no way.
terrorists would communicate using like Hello Kitty dash games.
Yeah, that's effective communication.
No, you gotta communicate by playing online Uno.
Oh, Buno.
You do Morse code in Uno?
Oh shit! Yo, me and Matthew were talking about it. Yes, a couple days ago. If you knew Morse code in high school, you could
Cheat
talk
codes,
shit
man.
and cheat on every test ever.
Fucking answer for A, bitch.
Like you and your friend could know Morse
Teach
code,
the
and then
whole
if
class
you didn't know the answer, you could just be like, "Yo,
Why did
let's
Teach
the
your
answer."
whole grade Morse
we
code.
should have done
So
that?
during a test, it's just every kid.
Hey, stop! Hey,
Hey, it's what are you doing?
So what you do is you
Hey.
you'd say the number of the question, and then you do the you do the A, B, or C.
Yeah.
That'd be so easy too.
It would be cheating. Like, why are you tapping on your fucking desk?
No, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
you listen. The teacher's like,
Teacher learns Morse code to see what's going on. Hey, man, stop cheating! Stop doing that shit!
Whoa!
Do you know Morse code? No. Then shut up.
Because they're like, no talking. And the next thing, no talking and no Morse code. All right.
No Morse code.
Hey! Cut that shit out.
You just see the really smart girl in class just furiously just.
Everyone's asking. A, she's like.
Effective communication. That was the plan.
There's
You
somebody
gotta-
in the
you
middle. The person answers the question. There's somebody in the middle to relay to the rest of the class because they can't hear it.
You just have different like relayers throughout the room.
Well, you do use different
Everyone
things.
gets
Some
up and
people
turns in their
snap,
test at the
some-
exact same time. The teacher's looking around. Everyone gets 100%. The teacher's
They click
like,
their pencil.
Yeah, you assign someone if they have
Or
the
their pen.
answers to use their pencil, and then everyone else taps their desk.
Before you enter class, the whole class is in a circle. They're like
They're-
talking about the plan.
like you fucking.
The
you
teacher
fucking-
comes out. Yo, class is gonna start in like a minute, guys.
One second.
Hold on, we're not
They're-
done.
like everyone's huddled up outside of a classroom.
We're preparing for the test.
We're
okay?
we're comparing notes real quick.
That class, they talk to each other more than any other class I've
And they
ever
all
seen.
get A's.
And they all get A's, and they plan something. I don't know.
There's like 4 people that are the
That'd
smartest,
be like a
and they
good
go over
way.
which are the best.
Oh my god.
They go over which are the best answers.
Oh yeah.
That's how you teach a high school class, though. You teach
Teach
them
them all
Morse
how to
code
fucking cheat.
and how to cheat. And you're like, all right, this is a test on how good you can cheat.
That's a good idea.
That's a really good
That's what the
idea.
Chinese do. They all go to fucking college in America, and they're like, "What do you mean I can't bribe you?"
Really?
It's hilarious. Look it up. I'm pretty sure.
Holy shit.
I'm like 90% sure it's Chinese people. It might be like Saudi Arabian.
What do you mean I can't?
Sean's just like, I don't know, one of the enemies.
It's not
man.
true. I only hate the Chinese and the Swedes. And I'm
Fuck the
Swedish, so I
Swedes.
apparently hate myself.
Down with my
Apparently.
race.
Sean, I thought we knew that already. I thought that was more than apparently.
Everybody knows.
I'm gonna teach my kid Morse code.
I'm gonna teach my
and then
kid
I'm
to
gonna
hate
when
himself.
he brings a kid over, I'm gonna be like, all right,
You gotta.
you ain't playing today. Today you learning
You
Morse.
learn a Morse code. I'm teaching your whole class this. All right, invite them all over.
Let 'em
You
all
get like
over.
30
You are
kids.
all
You
gonna
get 30
pack.
kids. You guys are all they're all sitting in your fucking garage.
You
Here's a-
guys are gonna deal with each other for the next 7
A
years.
bust of Chinese cheating ring in the UCLA.
Oh my god.
Western University's doing it. I don't know. I can't read that. Malaysian professor says he sees a culture of cheating as Chinese students. How common is Chinese students cheating? China. I don't know what this is. to Reddit.
Yeah, man. That'd be awesome, though.
Cheating is a cultural norm in
Get your
China.
whole class on
We
it.
should make it a cultural norm in America. Actually, not anymore, because I'm not in school. Fuck
Yeah.
you guys.
It's too late. We should have been
I'm
this
the
smart.
only one in school here.
Yeah, and you have no one
You have
to
one
teach
class,
Morse
don't
code
you?
to.
No, I have 4 classes. I just
Oh.
go to school once a day. Just because I don't go to school
Once a
every day
week.
doesn't mean
Once a day?
I have more or once a week. I have more classes than last semester.
You only have 3?
And I thought it was special with like 3 a day.
Yeah, he only goes to class once a week.
Oh yeah,
Fuck.
once a week, man. That shit's...
Damn, you gamed the system. I thought I was gaming
shove it in your face every time you go to school. PSU, PSU, PSU.
We want the money, but we don't want you here.
No one does it though, because it's a hassle.
It's
but
hard.
It's not. It's hard to sign up. The rest of it is easy. Takes so long.
School sucks.
Fuck that place.
School does suck. I got out of most of it, and I
School
don't want to go
bad.
to it.
I can't tell you how many times during school I was like, we could definitely, as a collective, turn on the teachers. There's no way they could stop.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
We could all just stand outside their class and be like,
What are you gonna do?
What?
Drop us all? You got no funding.
That's why we didn't have to. That's why our attendance didn't matter. Is because
Oh,
there were
yeah.
so many people with such low attendance in our grade and grades above us that if they didn't allow us to graduate, they wouldn't have high enough rates to continue the amount of funding they would need to keep the school running. So they just had to not care about our attendance.
Yep.
128 absences game.
so many absences.
Message.
All right, we have a minute
nothing.
left. Are we done?
Has it been an hour?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm thinking.
All right, guys. Thanks for
I'm not thinking.
tuning in.
You're not thinking. Oh, shut up.
This has been the Under the Table podcast. I'm retarded, and that's Down syndrome.
We got 0 brain cells, Down syndrome, retarded, and
Transitioning.
lesbian,
The homie with the
Transition.
extra chromie.
and the chromo.
Chromo.
Thanks for tuning in. That's it.
That's it.
You
I think gingers have been
I
getting
don't.
away with too
Sometimes
much
I really
recently.
wonder